I am just over the moon to get to talk about this. I did not think this day would come. Stargate is back. And I am so excited to get to talk about this news with all of you today. This is going to be awesome. What all do we know about this new Stargate series? I know we're all pumped, but we need to know what it is and what it's about and who's involved and all the details. I mean, I'm going to pass out. We just had that Project Hail Mary trailer. I'm still reeling from that when this news dropped yesterday, and I couldn't believe it. I was like stunned at first. I'm like, wait. Am I reading this right? Is this parody? This was so interesting because it's very unusual to get an announcement like we did for a new Stargate series. It was a video on the official Prime Video accounts. Obviously, Amazon, as part of their MGM purchase, has Stargate, as well as James Bond and a lot of other things. This is what they announced. A full-on video was how they broke this news. And these are the folks from Gate World starting out. Let's go ahead and watch this.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special Stargate announcement.
This has been a very hard secret to keep for the last 18 months, but we can announce today that a brand new Stargate series is coming to Prime Video.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's so rare for the original creators to get to work on the new version of a show. This is a show for everyone, everywhere.
We're going to be able to do things that we could not do in 1997. I strongly feel that the fans will watch this show and say, this is Stargate.
In that 25-year span, their enthusiasm for Stargate has never waned.
The one question that I think so many fans are asking, is this going to be a reboot?
It is not a reboot. It's its own unique chapter in the Stargate universe. So, of course, we're making the show for the fans, of course, but we're also making it for people that have never watched Stargate and potentially don't have a sci-fi franchise they even like. For us, it's really important that a brand new audience can come in, and then if they love it, then they can go back and watch everything else. But we're back. It's happening. It's going to be incredible.
This has been a group of people who has always been there for the fans and not cut them out of the process.
Thank you for bringing this straight to the fans. And I think I can speak for fandom. Thank you for Stargate in the future as well.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, we'll talk soon.
I mean, it's just amazing, as opposed to this dry press release. Here's the showrunner, here's the concept. I just think it's so heartening that they chose to go straight to a fan website. It's Gate World. And we have Brad Wright, Joseph Malazzi, as well as Martin Garrow, who is the showrunner, and all of them who've worked on Stargate before are here working on it. And it's not a reboot. It's just everything that fans have been asking for. We didn't want a reboot. Even if it was going to be a whole new cast of characters, a whole new concept or premise, we didn't want them to restart what we've already seen, what we already love. You can find a way to introduce us to new characters within this mythology that's been built over decades. That's just what we've been asking for very loudly, and the Stargate fans are the best. They've been one of the most dedicated and loyal fan bases. It's just so unheard of. I can't even think of another time when this has happened like this, where they directly go to the fans, address the fans specifically, and even in this tweet, Stargate fans, a new extraordinary journey is about to begin. So even in the text of the video on the official Prime Video account, they are addressing fans directly. This is a show for them. We didn't want a reboot. We wanted something within the existing mythology. We want new fans to join us too, and something that could fit within what we've already built and love. But yeah, a new chapter, a new journey is what we've wanted. Stargate is so special to me. I've been covering any snippet of any hint of news for more Stargate. I love making lore videos. I love the mythology. I love the world, love the characters. So many beloved stories that we've been able to enjoy. All the way back, when did the first movie come out? 1997? Stargate has been around and a part of my life for so long. And I was devastated when Stargate Universe was canceled. The giant cliffhanger, come on. And if there's a way that we can bring back certain characters and finish up certain storylines that have been left dangling for us, then yay, that'd be great. Especially the folks on the Destiny just out there Poor Eli. 18 months they've been keeping this a secret. That's interesting because I covered Brad Wright's statements recently. He did some sort of appearance, some sort of Comic-Con appearance, and he was talking about Wheel of Time, that Amazon needs to learn from past mistakes, to listen to the fans, or you're going to suffer another Wheel of Time. I don't know if he said exactly Wheel of Time, but that was when all of the uproar in the wake of its cancellation. So he knew something. And to know that that's who's involved. So Brad Wright is a consulting producer along with Joseph Malazzi. They are both consulting on it. That's exactly what I had hoped too, that if there was a new showrunner to be brought in, please have these Stargate veterans involved somehow to consult and to have their knowledge and expertise. So I am just over the moon that they are both not some sort of superficial capacity like an executive producer, like I think Roland Emmerich is, and Dean Devlin, who created the original Stargate film. They are listed as executive producers. I think it's simply because all of the Stargate shows were based off of that initial film. So I don't know if they're going to have any more involvement in that, but they are executive producers. But at least on the television side, those that have worked on all of the Stargate shows previously are in that very significant capacity of advising and consulting on the process. So I'm super excited about that. That is very rare for the original creators to be a part of a new show. It just speaks to what the fans wanted. We wanted a new Stargate show that was just within the mythology, like Star Trek. We didn't want to reboot what's already been done. And I think J.M. Straczynski is trying to get a new Babylon 5 show done, but that hasn't blossomed into anything yet. This is definitely a point in the show's favor, a point towards having some optimism of this project. You know, Amazon itself as a platform does have that shaky history, of course. So if they were going to succeed with this endeavor, you just have to listen to the fans and know the pulse of the fandom and what they want, because this is how you're going to succeed. And I think even Rosamund Pike, who plays Moiraine in Wheel of Time, that is now canceled, she even came out recently and said if the show had listened to the fans from the outset, maybe things would have been different. She said that the fans didn't like season 1 and things got better as the show progressed, but ultimately it just was too little too late. You think time and time again, is Hollywood ever going to learn from their past mistakes? I don't know how many times I've talked about this when examining Amazon and their numerous high-profile failures. If it wasn't this announcement given in this manner, and the fact that all these Stargate veterans are returning and that it's not a reboot, this is literally all the things that we've been asking for on the checklist. And if it was anything but all of these things on that list, I don't think I would have had any hope. The fact that this was how they announced it in this form, addressing fans directly from the outset, Stargate fans, this is for you, in this Zoom fashion, this meeting with Gate World, and all of the faces we've been in touch with that fans have been following for decades, to hear any sort of shred of information about Stargate. These past statements from both the showrunner Martin Garrow and Brad Wright. Of course, they're making it for the fans, but they're also not making it inaccessible to new ones. They want new people to come in and love the show and then go back and watch all of the previous Stargate shows. And then, of course, fans will watch the show and say, this is Stargate. That's what I want. If it's a new setting, new characters, it has to feel like Stargate. And the fact that they're consulting on it definitely gives me hope.